kickoff event for the Commerce Week on Writing. This is a week built around the National Day of Writing, which I think is Wednesday. Tomorrow? The 20th, October 20th is the National Day on Writing. But we, of course, are going to do a full week. And as I said, you guys are kicking it off. The readers today will be students in Dr. Catherine Jacobs' poetry class. And my graduate course, my name is Robin Reed. What I'm running this semester is colloquially known as the Creative Writing Boot Camp.
I froze with fear as he glided on by. He hissed, "Come, follow me here." I did with no reply. Into the chambers of the Count, moon-shaped knife in both hands. Swiftly he worked, bolt of blood pooled, and fount about the blade of Von Tan's. Turning to me, his smell so thin, smoky statement said, "Tell of this night, tell his kin, the wicked."
It's called 9/11. The day those planes came crashing through those buildings in those towns, we looked to God to pull us through as hopes and dreams burned down. I called my friends, it's my hometown. I worried, were they there? It seemed that God had made his rounds, and very well they fared.
It's a classic rivalry every year when Clarksville plays DeKalb. The high school boys look big and mean as they spread out on the field. Their coaches really pump them up with all the pep talk they can blab. Each side knows it's up to them to win and never yield. Boys, the other team's got devil's horn. They'll boil you down as soon as you're born. And if you lose, you'll face the scorn that Saturday morning for breakfast. Get on there, make no mistake. Keep on going and don't you break. The honor of the whole town's at stake, 'cause it's Friday night in Texas. Here we go. Friday night, Friday night, Friday night in Texas. Oh, they're good. You got some live ones here.
This is an entitled piece that will probably be cut out of my novel. Kari stared off into the distance, his eyes unfocused, not looking at anything in particular. For the past 2 years, he had always imagined that finding his true identity would have been a blessing, or at least that he was well aware of his constant use of telling rather than showing, not to mention his constant use of the word incidentally. Strongly considered making these characters fall down a well and get right. That's plagiarism, that is, said Senpai in an uncharacteristically British accent.
How is that possible? She placed her other hand over Vassal's heart, only to discover that his wasn't beating either. Why didn't I notice this before? Because you had no need to. You assumed I was alive.
Inducing ex-boyfriend who terribly needs a job and perhaps a new hobby. One that involves being terribly far away from me, so that I may taunt you from afar, not from far too close.
Okay. Love, passion, desire, laughing, touching, playing, excitement in the air, adore. Hate, detestation, fighting, screaming, yelling, gloom in the room, low.
My grandmother. Nothing was comparable to your love, the ever-blazing love. As I can still remember your soothing voice as it echoes from the past into the present. You were the center of my life. You sang for me those songs of serenity.
Already active. Muscle wouldn't go well with my peppermint tea. I need to be going, you understand. As non-cannibals must have our meals of candy pre-planned. Good luck on your recruiting. I hope heroes you find. But in all honesty, you might want to reconsider opening your speech with that mental image-inducing Emerson line.
What has happened? I don't know. Who is captain of this ship? The crowd appeased, now all fed. my head relieved of already. In the ER, I am mad, but there's a scar, and that's rad.
Each swing. I reach my arm out to stop him. He swings. A branch falls. The blade digs deep into my sides, cracking the ribs and bones that dare to obstruct its path. Squeezing his eyes, he drops his head, shielding his face from the flying splinters. I part my lips in protest, but falling leaves collect in my mouth, sticking to the roof and tongue.
With the spat out the word boys that were cursed. She said nothing. There was no way she was going to give him the pleasure of an answer. Instead, she stood, relaxed and unyielding to the fear she knew should be welling up inside her, but curiously that's not.
My poem's called Walls. Whenever I know you'll be there, I start shaking. My stomach drops down to the stair, worry snaking your way through my heart and my mind. Are you seeing the person you are? You can find my whole being. It scares me to know that my walls would go crashing. Their comforting presence that falls, world smashing.
304. I just need a job to take before they come again to strike us down. I just need a new staff. If I get the chance, some better pants, and please don't laugh. My wife wants a new nightgown. Good sir, I promise you shall see later this once feared warlock as your best waiter.
E.T. went home, never sent Elliot a letter. Boy's confused now and forever, because everything he's lived for, all he ever loved with his little boy's heart, is in another galaxy, and it's never going to be.
Sons are dead. She seems numb to the cold, but she must be freezing. I'm sorry, he says again, and she hears him this time. Absorbed in a fit of helplessness, blaming this messenger of death, she gazes empty at the distant night. The hands that she once held fade out of sight.
Love to you is a cheap cigarette, easy to throw away. Smoke 'em up, Lady Brett. Tomorrow's just another day. Everyone thinks you're so strong, independent and free. You string all the guys along. Your game is a sight to
Dim
see.
light casts just enough light to see by as she slips silently from shadow to shadow unobserved. She wore a loose shirt of pale gray, her trousers a darker shade, allowing her to blend easily into the shadows. A slight breeze ruffled her short, tasseled, strikingly black hair. There was no sound from her footsteps as she quickly darted to the next shadow.
Beauty fair, no man shall convince me to lay down my arms and cast my mind, telling me it is his due. Indeed, I am coy and shall refrain from enjoying life's advances. You dirty old man, get ye home and return and enjoy your wife's romances.
Slowly, try slower, just slow time down. If just belaying songs so bittersweet, for your lost lovers I've given kiss, given gladly, go.
I remember what you used to mean to me. Your smile shone brighter than the brightest star at night. And your hugs could keep me warm on any cold night.
A chill quickly runs through me. I fully welcome what is to come. Death, you have awakened me.
Where the raindrop come from? Do you know? I believe that they come from the clouds' tear. Whenever the clouds are yelled by the thunder, they pour their tear on the ground.
My times of man in my early days left something to be desired. Whoever was love-starved and had a line to say could set my heart on fire. But you can't keep a good woman down. I will bounce back every time. You can't keep a good woman down. I watch out for me and mine. Down, down, can't keep a good woman down. I watch out for me and mine.